He made us laugh. He made us cry. He dazzled on Broadway and owned the screen. But behind the fame, charm, and perfect timing was a boy struggling to find where he truly belonged. This is not just a story about a talented actor. It's about identity, reinvention, and resilience in the face of judgment and expectation. This is the story of Neil Patrick Harris.
I was just a kid in Ruidoso, New Mexico. My parents ran a restaurant, and I was that curious, slightly awkward boy who loved magic tricks and movies. I never thought the stage would be my life. It just felt like the only place where everything made sense. It all started with a school play. One moment I was a kid doing impressions. The next, a producer saw something in me. Suddenly I was flying to auditions, reading lines I didn't fully understand. And then Doogie Howser happened. Doogie made me famous overnight. But fame at 16? It's not natural. You smile when you're supposed to. You act like you're fine. But part of you never gets to grow up. I didn't know who I was outside of cameras and applause. I was playing a teenage genius on screen, but off screen, I was lost. Not just professionally, but personally. I was gay, and I knew it. But in the early 90s, being openly gay in Hollywood wasn't just risky, it was career suicide. So I stayed silent. People think I vanished after Doogie. I didn't. I just stopped being seen. Guest spots, theater, voiceovers. I kept working, but I wasn't me. I was always playing safe, always hiding, and that takes a toll. Then came theater, real, honest, live performance. Broadway didn't care if I was a child star or gay or forgotten. It only cared if I could perform. And Hedwig and the Angry Inch, that changed everything. I poured my truth into that role, and people felt it. I came out publicly in 2006, not because I had to, but because I was ready. I was tired of lying, tired of hiding, and the weirdest thing happened. The world didn't end. In fact, people embraced it. Suddenly, I wasn't just an actor, I was an example. Barney Stinson came out of nowhere. A womanizing, wild character played by an openly gay man. People were skeptical, but I owned that role. And fans, they loved it. It was ironic, smart, and wildly fun. For the first time, I was in control of how I was seen. Emmy stages, Tonys, hosting gigs. I was no longer the guy who played Doogie. I was Neil Patrick Harris, and it felt damn good. But even then, there was still that pressure to be brilliant, to be likable, to be the exception. People saw the suit, the smile, the jokes, but sometimes I felt like a machine. Perfect hosting, perfect family, perfect everything, but no one's perfect. And behind all that, I still had days where I felt like the kid hiding in his room, wondering who he really was. Then came David, and with him came peace. Love wasn't some abstract idea anymore. It was grounding, humbling, real. We built a life, a family, and every moment with them reminded me what mattered far more than spotlights. Becoming a dad shattered my ego in the best way. Those twins don't care about Emmys. They care if you show up, if you're present. They made me softer, kinder, more human. And for once, I wasn't performing. I was just being. Magic, books, hosting, voice acting. I started doing what I loved, not just what sold. I stopped chasing the next big thing and started building things I believed in. The world didn't need another star. It needed authenticity. Hollywood loves youth, and I had to face the reality. I'm not the new kid anymore. But you know what? I don't want to be. I've done the boy genius. I've done the comeback. Now I just want to be a man telling stories that matter. I'm Neil, actor, magician, husband, father, and I'm still figuring things out, and that's okay. I've learned that your past doesn't define you. Your labels don't limit you. And perfection? It's a myth. But honesty? That's real. And that is where the magic lives.
Neil Patrick Harris is more than a star. He's proof that reinvention is possible. That hiding can end. That being yourself fully, openly, imperfectly is the bravest thing of all. His story isn't just one of fame. It's one of freedom. So what about you? Have you ever worn a mask to be accepted? What would it mean to finally take it off? Let us know in the comments below.